Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here on November 12th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. December live cattle up. Did see more selling pressure here across the cattle market. This December live contract breaking down below that prior day's low as the bears are looking to get rolling again. Yesterday, we did see this market balancing out here after the big rally to start off the week. At the moment, the bears are offering some good resistance up here near these prior week's value area highs. Good rejection yesterday and some follow through selling pressure here today, looking like they're going to keep pushing this market lower. Early action this morning for about the first hour and a half of the day did trade inside that prior day's range before finally breaking down. Once we got down there below 226.27, which was that prior day's low, bears really got rolling as they pushed this market back down here towards 224. Settling the day up there near 225, but at the moment looking like the bears are going to keep on rolling lower. Look for the selling pressure to continue pushing down here towards the 223 mark tomorrow. That's going to be a key level. The bulls want to keep this market supported above 223 to keep any chance at creating some structure and a potential reversal from here. But at the moment, the bears are in control. We got our declining moving averages and plenty of overhead supply, looking like this market should continue lower. Bears are going to want to start attacking this 200-day moving average again. If the bulls are able to keep this thing propped up here above the 200 average, it would give them a little bit better chance to turn this thing back up. But at the moment, the bears are going to have their eyes set on 218 and going to want to push down here through that level and keep this downtrend rolling. Next up, January feeders also seeing some more selling pressure today. Yesterday's action, we did get that nice gap up with looking like we had some good pressure up there near the highs. However, the weak finish there slammed this market down there into the lows right before the close yesterday. This morning's action, we did see a nice choppy opening range here as this market kind of traded sideways back and forth between this Monday's high and our prior day's low. Midday, though, we did get a nice little flush down here nearing the 324 and a quarter mark before finishing back up there near 327 at the end of the day. At the moment, the bears still are in control here and looking like this market's going to continue pushing lower. Look for them to, like that live cattle market, try and attack this 200-day moving average again. The bulls are going to want to defend this line if they want to keep the long-term support intact and see any chance at a potential reversal from here. But at the moment, the bears are rolling. I encourage everyone to remain defensive and see how this market responds over the rest of the week and see if we can get any sort of support down here. But in the meantime, expect the bears to keep on pushing lower and try and keep this downtrend rolling. Next up, December corn futures continue with their rally here today. So far, we've had 3 strong up days here this week. No major moves, no big days by any means, but just a nice slow cross back here to the top end of this range we've been trading in over the last couple weeks. At the moment here, looking like the bulls are rolling. They want to keep this momentum pushing up here through 437 and get this new uptrend rolling. If in the event of breakouts above 437 and a close above it, that should open the door for this market to trade back up here towards 4.5. The bulls need to keep on pushing up above these prior 2-week highs to keep that going. But if they don't, and we continue to see resistance up here near 437, look for this thing to keep on chopping sideways. Crude oil prices with a nice flush today. Yesterday's action, we did see a brief push up there towards that 50-day moving average. But today's action reversing all of that and more. Finally getting a nice breakdown below this weekly bear pivot at 59.5. Nice strong decisive close there with the bears finishing down near 58.5. At the moment, with this close down below our bear pivot, we should see this downtrend keep on rolling. Look for the bears to continue pushing down here towards the mid-50s as this has been a pretty key spot for this market to attack. That's been a pretty tough spot for the bears to continue pushing through as the bulls have really bought up those mid-50s. So look for them to continue pushing back down into that area. We'll see what kind of battle we get once we get down there towards 55, 56. But at the moment, this downtrend is rolling. Nice strong breakdown here today. We expect to see that momentum carry over into the rest of the week and oil prices to keep on drifting lower. Equity markets with another pretty choppy day here. We did see a little bit of divergence once again here as the NASDAQ was pretty weak today. Tech sector struggling to find its footing, but still holding inside that prior day's range and finding good support down there near that prior day's low. The Dow stocks with a nice strong rally here today. Finance sector, mining and industrials all doing very well here, keeping the Dow rolling higher into new all-time highs today up there at 48.5. Dow stocks are rolling here. This uptrend is nice and strong. We expect to see these equity markets keep on climbing. Dow is leading the bunch right now, but these tech stocks should pick up the pieces here and continue to push on. If the bulls are able to get above this prior day's high up there at 25,830 on the futures, we should see a pretty strong breakout here and that tech sector try and catch up to those Dow stocks. Look for a nice breakout here on the S&P and the NASDAQ as we head into the rest of the week. I'm going to keep on pushing above these prior day highs and start attacking those all-time highs. Stock market remains strong and healthy. Stay long and strong, and this market should keep on pushing up into new all-time highs. That's all we got for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow.